My name is Anita and I'm a speech and language therapist from Evelina London Children and Young People's Community Speech and Language Therapy. Today I'm going to be talking to you a bit about speech development, and the session is aimed towards children who are in early years or Key Stage 1. The activity that I'm going to be using today is a hiding game using a technique called auditory bombardment. And all you need for this game are a few items or even a few pictures. I'll give you a chance to grab them if you want to join in a little bit later in the video. So I'm going to be using a visual timetable to show you and your children what we're doing today. This is a really simple version that just uses a piece of paper and a pen. So let's get started. We've said hello, so I'm going to cross it off. So next, we're going to talk a little bit about speech development. So most children make mistakes with speech sounds when they're learning how to talk. And as children talk more, they begin to use more and more sounds accurately. And some of these sounds are a little bit trickier than others. So, for example, many children have difficulty with their R sound until they're nearly 6. So this speech wheel, you can pause here if you want to get a bit of a closer look. This shows you all the sounds that children will be developing in English and the general age that we'd expect them to start using that sound accurately. So you can see that there are some sounds here like that R sound that don't develop until a little bit later. Usually children's speech sort of overall becomes quite a lot clearer by the time they're around 3.5. And research shows that parents are not responsible for delays in a child's speech, but parents can make a really, really big difference when it comes to speech development. So today I'm going to be talking about one activity that you can use to support your child using a technique called auditory bombardment. So we've finished talking about speech development, so I'm going to cross it out. Next, we're going to play our hiding game. So I've mentioned auditory bombardment a couple of times, so what is it? Auditory bombardment is when an adult uses a word or a sound again and again and again, so that that child has lots of opportunities to hear that sound said accurately or that word said accurately. So children learn how to use new words and new sounds by hearing them many times, and auditory bombardment gives them that opportunity to hear that sound many times. So the aim is that we're going to use that sound, but there's no pressure for the child to use it themselves. And the aim of that approach is that by hearing that sound used accurately lots of different times during like fun activities, that'll help your child to store them accurately in their brain and eventually being able to use those sounds or those words. So you can use auditory bombardment in lots of different ways, and today I'm going to show you how we could use it to play a bit of a hiding game. So first we need to choose a word or a sound. So you might just focus on one word that your child finds really tricky to say, or you might choose lots of words that have the same sound. So today I'm going to use lots of words that start with the S sound. And I'm going to use objects, but you could use pictures if you don't have the objects that you need. I have a variety of objects that I found beginning with S. So I found some sellotape, I found some toy celery, a spoon, and some socks. So you might want to pause here just to go and find some items that you can use to join in. Throughout the hiding game, you can say the word or the sound over and over again so that your child has lots of opportunities to hear it. But we're not putting pressure on them to say the word or the sound themselves. We just want them to be taking it in and hearing it in a really fun and engaging way. Okay, so let's give it a go. Children, close your eyes. I'm going to hide my objects. Let's see if you can find them. 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes. I have hidden my items. I have hidden a spoon, some socks, some celery, and sellotape. Can you help me find them? Let's see. Can you see any of my items? You can pause the video to have a look. I know! I found a sock! It's a small red sock. Oh, it's a smelly sock. I need more socks. This one is too smelly. Can you help me? Can you see any other socks? I found a stripy sock. This sock is small too. It's a small stripy sock. Can you see any of my other items? Who can help? I can see my spoon. It's a red spoon. It's a shiny red spoon. I'm gonna eat some cereal with my spoon. What will you eat? Okay, we have found my spoon, a stripy sock, a small red sock. Can you see any of my other items? Wow! That one was hidden up high. Another sock. This one is a sparkly sock. It's very fluffy and warm. I have a sparkly sock, a stripy sock, and a small red sock. We've nearly found all my items. Can anyone see my last two? I can see the celery. It's just toy celery, so I can't eat it. I love celery. Celery is so tasty. This toy celery is plastic. It's shiny and it's green. So I have found celery, spoon, and 3 socks. I have one more item left. Can anyone remember what it is? You're right. It's my sellotape. Let's see. My sellotape is very sticky. It's very sticky. I could use my sellotape to make a card. I could use my sellotape to fix something if it was broken. Let's see. I need to find the end of my sellotape. It's so sticky. Very sticky sellotape. Well done! We have found all my items. We found my sellotape, my spoon, my toy celery, my small red sock, my stripy sock, and my sparkly fluffy sock. our hiding game is finished. That was fun. So our hiding game has finished, so I'm going to cross it off. Next, it's time for our tip of the week. Today's top tip is listen to what your child is saying, not how they say it. Children don't always realise when they've made a mistake, when they've said a word or a sound wrong. And so when an adult points that out or corrects them, they might feel a little bit worried and a little bit confused. Like any skill, children need lots of practice to develop their speech, so we really want them to be confident talkers and confident with giving it a go. So rather than correcting them, you can model the correct pronunciation back to them in a positive and encouraging way. So if you're walking down the street and your child sees a car and they say, "tar," you say, "Yeah, you're right. It's a car." So that way, that helps your child to feel listened to and that their efforts to talk are worthwhile, so it can boost their confidence to keep talking and keep trying. And it also gives them an opportunity to hear that correct pronunciation. And that's much more helpful than correcting them or making them say it again. So our tip of the week is finished. So now all that's left to do is say goodbye. So I hope you've enjoyed this and try using auditory bombardment in games to give your child lots of opportunities to hear sounds or words that might be a bit tricky for them. And try and have a go with that visual timetable as well to give your child a rough idea of what you'll be doing. It doesn't have to be too specific or based on times, but it can help to have a bit of a routine. And don't forget to use our tip of the week as well to focus on what your child is saying, not how they're saying it. So if you have any questions or queries, please have a look at the information on our website. You might find that your questions are answered there, particularly in the advice and support section. So I've written out the website up here. So if you want to pause to get that, it's also on our Facebook page. If you can't find an answer to your question, then you can email us on this email down here and someone will get back to you. You might want to pause the video just to take note of these. So thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be posting another video next week and you can rewatch this video at any time. So it's time to say goodbye.